This exercise is all about expressions. The backstory is that Helen is reading a paper, but at the same time listening to a computer playing a radio show where the host is listing, in a light-hearted way, the things to look for if your husband is having an affair. And slowly she begins to realise that the list applies quite accurately to her husband. So we've got a choice of shots. We've got a wider shot of the computer foreground and Helen background. We've got a more close-up shot. We've got shots of the keyboard. We've got shots of the cursor playing the file. So it's really an assembly job to, yes, just see Helen's transition from Helen being almost ignorant of the show to really being quite concerned that, hey, something's going on. Let's have a look at all the shots first. I think the first thing to play you is the voiceover, in other words, the radio show that's going on the computer. Here it is.
Number 1. Your partner starts to dress more smartly than he or she did for work and starts buying more new clothes than they used to. Number 2. Your partner starts to stay longer at work, using extra work as an excuse. Number 3. Your partner goes away on weekend trips more often for whatever reason. Number 4. Your partner suddenly goes on a diet and joins a gym to get back in shape. Number 5. Your partner suddenly starts using a cuddly nickname for a friend. Number 6. Your partner sets up a second secret email account on their computer.
So there you are. That sort of tells you the story of the scene. Now we've got to put pictures to it. Okay, here are the pictures. First of all, there's Helen calmly reading the paper and her concern grows. Here's the shot. And we've got a closer version of that. Here it is. So, mounting anguish. So, cutaways, we've got the shot of the computer playing the file. And I've also got close-up of a play button. Probably not necessary because no one's pushed play, but there's the cursor again. And shot of the loudspeaker on the laptop. And that's it. So I think the first thing to do is to put the voiceover down. So there's the voiceover. Mark the beginning, mark the end, and we'll put that on A1 and 2 and put that on the timeline. So there we go.
Number 1. Your partner starts to dress more smartly than he.
I'm tempted to start, but of course the start is purely dependent on what we've left. With this cursor moving along, don't want to be right at the beginning because it's been playing for a while, but let's say we can start there and just put that in for a few seconds. So this is going to be vision only, so I turn the sound off and in it goes.
Number 1. Your partner starts to dress more smartly than he or she.
So I think to emphasize her increasing concern about what she's listening to, we need to start wide and slowly go into her. Maybe even put a small zoom in. But that's way down the line. So let's start with her at peace, reading the paper. And go right from the front. Let's have a look. Where does she make her? There she looks for the first time. Okay.
Your partner starts to dress more smartly than he or she did for work and starts buying more new.
Let's synchronize. She's just heard starts to dress more smartly for work. And let's cue that up to the point that her eyes flick to the screen. So I'm going to make that as an in, and we could probably take that shot up to
those than they used to.
There. Thinking ahead, I should think we could go to the computer speaker here. So let's plonk that in, and let's have a look.
More smartly than he or she did for work and starts buying more new clothes.
Yeah, she's probably reacting a tiny bit quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shunt that whole shot down just a fraction. I know I'm going to fill the black hole in very shortly.
And he or she did for work and starts buying more new clothes.
Yeah.
Or she did for work and starts buying more new clothes.
I'm going later and later.
Work and starts buying more new clothes.
I need to see more of it. Let's move her back now to the play button. So let's have a look at the two shots combined there.
1. Your partner starts to dress more smartly than he or she did for work and starts buying more new clothes than they used to. Number 2.
Yes, her attention is drawn. Let's go to the computer screen for number 2. So pick that up. Here's the laptop. Mark any point. It's a locked off shot, so it's really how long do we want it.
The partner starts to stay longer at work using extra.
Let's go there. I'm using the rule of sort of cutting on commas, so I'm just going to cover the voiceover's first phrase of his number 2. See what that looks like now.
More new clothes than they used to. Number 2, your partner starts to stay longer at work using extra work as an excuse.
Yes, I want to see Helen again. I'm going to stay in the same shot and see whether I've got a bit of increasing concern. So let's have a look for this. That's not bad. Let's try that for now. So just as her eyes come up to the computer screen, she drops the paper. And out. Let's plonk that in. See what that looks like.
New clothes than they used to. Number 2, your partner starts to stay longer at work using extra work as an excuse. Number 3,
Number 3, we'll need to go back to the computer, and we've got another shot of the panning. So this is further on. That's quite fun there. We can see the audio waveform. Okay, put that in.
Partner starts to stay longer at work using extra work as an excuse. Number 3, your partner goes away on weekend trips more often for whatever reason.
I'm going to extend that a little bit, or I'm going to run out of shots. I don't want to keep returning to this wide shot, so the next shot I want to see.
Number 3, your partner goes away on weekend trips more often for whatever reason. Number 4, your partner suddenly goes on a diet and joins a gym to get back in shape.
Now we've got a shot where she smiles, and I think that could be the funny one.
To get back in shape.
Get back in shape. So I'm going to put her, because I remember a rather nice smile, and I think this can be on her close-up. There. Concerned, but now a little bit of relief that there's there we go. So I'm going to put that in there. It doesn't matter, we don't have to edit this sequentially.
Joins a gym to get back in shape. Number 5, your partner suddenly starts using a cuddly nickname.
So I think we need to return to the computer loudspeaker here. I'll find something to fill this gap in a moment. But let's go back to the loudspeaker of the computer and go from there.
A cuddly nickname for a friend.
Cuddly name for a friend. Yes, this is where concern really starts. So we need to see her there. So just a reminder of the loudspeakers playing.
Suddenly starts using a cuddly nickname for a friend. Number 6.
Right, now back to definitely her close-up. So we've left her on a smile. So if we just see the end of the smile, which is probably there. We're in there. Maybe take it to the end. Here we go.
Your partner suddenly starts using a cuddly nickname for a friend. Number 6. Your partner sets up a second secret email account on their computer.
Okay, so what we've got to do is fill this hole. So we've not seen her close up. This is the first time we've seen her close up. I'm only going to fill half of this because I know I'm coming to Helen again there. So it's going to be radio, Helen for this bit, and then we've got to probably do the loudspeaker again there. But let's just plonk her in there.
Number 3. Your partner goes away on weekend trips more often for whatever reason. Number 4. Your partner suddenly goes on a diet and joins a gym to get back in shape. Number 5.
Yes, I think it's going to have to be the loudspeaker. I'm going to put it in to fill the hole there.
Number 4. Your partner suddenly goes on a diet and joins a gym to get back in shape. Number 5. Your partner suddenly starts using a cuddly nickname for a friend. Number 6.
I'm going to extend the loudspeaker there because I'm aware now I've got 3 shots of the loudspeaker. Here, here, and here. So to make it more interesting, I'm going to put a little bit of a zoom on this last shot. And because I want the zoom to start to be on the move when we cut to this shot here, I'm going to have to do some avid fiddles. So first of all, a new video track, and move these 2 shots upwards onto the other video track. Now I can extend the laptop shot underneath. We won't see it. And now I'm just going to apply a video effect to this shot, as a slight zoom in, maybe a rotate as well. So I've put a zoom and a rotation on. Let's just have a look what that looks like.
5. Your partner suddenly starts using a cuddly nickname for a friend. Number 6. Your partner
So after a bit of fiddling, I've come up with this.
Suddenly goes on a diet and joins a gym to get back in shape. Number 5. Your partner suddenly starts using a cuddly nickname for a friend. Number 6. Your partner sets up a second secret email account on their computer.
I think that's quite good. Okay, let's have a look at the whole thing, full frame.
Number 1. Your partner starts to dress more smartly than he or she did for work and starts buying more new clothes than they used to. Number 2. Your partner starts to stay longer at work using extra work as an excuse. Number 3. Your partner goes away on weekend trips more often for whatever reason. Number 4. Your partner suddenly goes on a diet and joins a gym to get back in shape. Number 5. Your partner suddenly starts using a cuddly nickname for a friend. Number 6. Your partner sets up a second secret email account on their computer.
Not too bad. I notice it's a tiny bit different from how I did it before. Let me just show you that.
It goes. Number 1. Your partner starts to dress more smartly than he or she did for work and starts buying more new clothes than they used to. Number 2. Your partner starts to stay longer at work using extra work as an excuse. Number 3. Your partner goes away on weekend trips more often for whatever reason. Number 4. Your partner suddenly goes on a diet and joins a gym to get back in shape. Number 5. Your partner suddenly starts using a cuddly nickname for a friend. Number 6. Your partner sets up a second secret email account on their computer.
So, which one did you prefer? That's the fun about editing. There isn't a right answer. The thing I like about my previous version is her return to the paper after concern and then coming back up again. So I think if I was going to fiddle with my new version a tiny bit more, I'd try to incorporate that. That seems a good idea, that she's relaxed and then on another coincidence of her husband's behaviour and the survey that the radio host is reading out, when that alarm bell rings, it's good that her attention is brought back to the laptop. But there you are. On the download, you've got that cut to look at and all the other shots. Have a go at it. There's lots of scope for an even better version.